Good morning. Welcome to MHTV News. I'm Alex Reish.
And I'm Celeste Battle. Stay tuned for today's top stories.
On Tuesday, Shania Coley's body was discovered inside her own car in Paterson, New Jersey. She had been missing since the 5th of December, reportedly abducted. At 24 years old, Coley was said to have been going to her nursing assistant's job when she was taken. Her body was found in a parking lot of a garden apartment. She was a mother of a 4-year-old child and the daughter of Willie Coley, who said, "I got an answer to my prayers today. Even though it wasn't what I wanted and it was bad news, at least it was an answer." The cause of the murder has not been confirmed yet. Reporters are still investigating on this case. Next, Berkeley has a report about 2 men who murdered 3 others in Maplewood.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Berkeley Harsh, reporting for MHTV. On Monday the 14th, 2 men were declared guilty of murdering 3 people in Maplewood. The murder happened back in January, but they were convicted on Monday the 14th. According to RLSmedia.com, the 2 accused of the murder are Lavelle Davis and Jimmy Mays. Both of these people have had prior felony convictions. In January, Lavelle Davis and Jimmy Mays went into the murder scene, Van Ness Court, looking for drugs and cash. Then they proceeded to murder Michael Davis and Rashana Kelson. Next, the murderers went into the bedroom to torture Lance Frazier and then kill him. The victims were found shot to death when the firefighters checked in the house. The Frazier, Davis, and Kelson families were all devastated by this tragic and horrible event. The murderers will serve life in prison for their wrongdoing. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for your news. I'm Berkeley Harsh, reporting for MHTV. Back to the studio.
A police officer was beaten in Newark. Connor has more. Connor?
I'm Connor Foley, reporting for MHTV News. A Newark man was recently charged with assault of an off-duty police officer. He was attacked by a group of men after getting into a car crash. It is said that after the crash, the officer exited the vehicle to be unexpectedly assaulted while getting his phone stolen. It is said there was at least 3 individuals, but there's a good chance of more. This incident took place at 11:05 p.m., and he was continually beaten even after he identified himself as a city cop. Detectives arrested Geraldo Concepcion after identifying him as one of the attackers. This happened near the intersection of Bloomfield and Mount Prospect Avenues. Police said the officer was taken to the University Hospital for treatment and will recover fine. Thankfully, no major injuries occurred, and he's currently being treated for minor wounds. Several suspects remain at large as the search continues. Anyone with information regarding this case, call 1-877-695-8477. I'm Connor Foley, reporting for MHTV News. Back to the studio.
A man has been charged with murder in Jersey City. Elijah has more.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elijah Purdue, reporting for MHTV News. There's been a bizarre twist to the story involving a 20-year-old man called Omar Williams, who was charged with murder. Williams surrendered to the authorities with his attorney on Monday. He is the 3rd alleged shooter to be charged in this incident at the City Crossing apartment, which also left a 21-year-old woman injured. Police arrested Kai Robinson, 21 years old, in Newark on Thursday with the identical charges to William. Williams is expected to make his first appearance on charges Criminal Justice Reform Court Tuesday afternoon. Both Robinson and Rose are being held in custody pending a detention hearing.
MHTV News will be right back after this quick break.
I'm Stella Guzik, and I'm stage manager.
My name is Dash Foley Wilkins, and I am a stage manager on Stage Crew.
Hi, my name is Peter Scutch, and I'm a Stage Crew stage manager.
My responsibility as stage manager is to make sure everyone drops down the sets and moves the props and sets into the right place for the musical.
For the most part, it's moving the sets on and off. On the opposite side, they do a lot of the curtains and set drops, but for the most part, it's just moving sets on, off, and helping out with some little props sometimes.
As a left-hand stage manager, I have to make sure that everybody on my side does what they need to do, such as curtains and ropes.
So we use microphones, mic cables. In audio, they use the board to control all the music and sound effects in the show.
Spotlight uses a very fancy, very big light.
Stage lights are used during mainly dance concerts to use colors and make the show look better.
audio and lighting, they have their own separate boards to control it. We work on events like chorus shows, dance shows, and band shows.
Well, the main thing we do is the school's play, which is what we're working on right now.
We spend hours upon hours rehearsing for especially the play.
Sometimes some of the elementary schools will come in and do their talent shows in our auditorium.
We use scripts and checklists to keep in order so that everybody knows what they're doing.
I like how we're all friends and we're able to listen to each other and do what each other says because we know that's what we have to do to pull off these shows.
On May 14th, a 34-year-old man was stabbed at a baby shower in Paterson, New Jersey. His name has not yet been released, but we have some information on the situation. He was stabbed in the stomach during a fight at the Masonic Temple on Broadway early Sunday morning. He was sent to St. Joseph's Regional Medical Center. The fight happened at about 1:26 a.m. outside of the lodge that the party was held. The incident was one of 2 aggravated assaults that happened in different areas of Paterson in a 90-minute span over the weekend, according to authorities. There was no other information on the situation now, but we will update you when we get more details.
Kevin has a report about a woman who was stabbed to death in Camden. Kevin?
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kevin Fromfield. There has been a sad incident that has happened in Camden, New Jersey. A woman fleeing from her boyfriend was stabbed to death on her street. The woman, Elaine Jimenez, who is 37, was stabbed as her boyfriend walked into the house. Stabbed Jimenez and then stabbed her 20-year-old son. She ran out of the house on Sunday. A woman called 911 and said that a woman has been stabbed by her boyfriend, and the police found Jimenez in an intersection on 29th and Arthur Avenue in Camden, New Jersey. After the police took Jimenez to the hospital, the police found her son seriously wounded. There has been no update on his condition and his name has not been released. The police has found out that the boyfriend fled on a motorcycle. He was captured and told the full truth without any emotion. Jimenez died on arrival to the hospital while her son still hasn't been updated. And the boyfriend has been charged for murder and he's faced with a minimum sentence of 40 years in jail. I'm Kevin Fromfield and thank you for joining us tonight.
A New Jersey teacher has been arrested for filming and sharing child porn. Graham has more.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Graham McKay reporting for MHTV News. Earlier this week, a West New York elementary school teacher is facing federal child pornography charges for sending a video of a baby girl being inappropriately touched in a group chat. Sources say that Lizandra Rios has been placed on administrative leave from the Robert Mendez Elementary School. Public records indicate Rios is a special education teacher making $73,000 a year. According to a complaint in New York, Rios admitted to filming a video of a child only wearing little to no clothes being groped and massaged. A woman is heard in the background making explicit comments at the child while she is touched in a sexual manner. Rios does not indicate who is touching the baby. Authorities say that the video was filmed in Montclair in June 2014. The video was shot using a cell phone. That record show belongs to Rios. She allegedly sent the explicit video in a group chat in March 2015 with the message, "Don't call DYFUS on me." But this is a throwback, LOL. While the West New York Board of Education cannot speak on personnel matters, the board can confirm that the teacher was arrested and that the arrest was not related to the teacher's official duties in the school district. Thank you for checking in. This has been Graham McKay reporting for MHTV News. We hope to see you next time.
Next, Morgan has a report on a bus crash in Paramus. Morgan?
Good morning. I'm Morgan McGuire reporting for MHTV, here to bring you a story of a fatal Paramus bus crash on Route 80. The bus crash involved 45 middle schoolers and teachers from Eastbrook Middle School. The bus driver had been suspended 14 times from 1975 to 2017. He crashed the bus into a dumpster truck. The bus driver took an illegal U-turn on Route 80 and crashed directly into the dumpster truck, causing the bus to flip. Due to the crash, social studies teacher Jennifer Williamson Kennedy and 5th grade student Miranda Vargas died. Although only 2 deaths were caused, there were many of students in the hospital with severe injuries. Most of the bus driver's suspensions were from things such as parking tickets and driving while on suspension, but he finally got a real job at Paramus Middle School. I am Morgan McGuire from MHTV, back to the studio.
In Weehawken, a man hit a cop with his Cadillac. Marco has the story.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Marco Ricci reporting for MHTV. Just a couple of days ago, Kristen Valdez-Diaz was charged with hitting a cop with a Cadillac in Weehawken. Kristen, 24, has been charged with aggravated assault for striking a police officer with his Cadillac on Marginia Highway at Pleasant Avenue. Kristen struck the officer in the leg with the vehicle. The officer has been taken to the hospital. Kristen has also been charged with possession of marijuana and charged with attempting to elude police. The man made his first appearance Thursday in the New Jersey court. All right, I'm Marco Ricci. Thank you for joining us on MHTV. See you guys.
Finally tonight, another edition of Peter's Pop Culture Minute.
Good evening, I'm Peter Scotch reporting for MHTV News with this week's Pop Culture Minute. If you're looking for a good way to dispose of your new spring cleaning waste, watch the end of this segment and you'll find out how. But first, if you want to learn Spanish but never have the time, this new cell phone app might be for you. With this app, a group of people were able to learn and speak Spanish almost fluent in 3 weeks. South Carolina University has done multiple tests with over 300 new learners as subjects. If you want to know more about the Babbel app, check Babbel magazine. In a recent Saturday Night Live Cold Open sketch, Stormy Daniels plays Stormy Daniels and tells President Donald J. Trump to resign. Stormy Daniels, formerly played by Cecily Strong in a Weekend Update appearance, decides to go on live TV as a former porn star and tells President Trump to resign. Now back to the spring cleaning. If you feel bad or wasteful just trashing your old closet apparel, while donation is a good idea, it isn't the only option. One, you could try to give them to local shops. You could trade them with your friends. You might even benefit. Bring them somewhere they can distribute or repurpose for others. Learn more options. Please check out NBC Better. With the Peter's Pop Culture Minute, I'm Peter, back to the studio.
Thank you for watching today's episode of MHTV News. I'm Celeste Battle.
And I'm Alex Reish. Have a good day and we'll see you tomorrow.